Hello everyone, I am Master Hao. During Otto Wallach's time in junior high, his parents set him on a literary path, but after just one semester, he was met with harsh criticism from his teacher. Wallach was diligent but overly meticulous. Even if such a person had perfect moral character, he absolutely could not excel in literature. Seeing this path was fruitless, his parents asked Wallach to switch to linguistics. However, Wallach was not good at drawing, could not recognize colors, and had a poor understanding of art. His language scores were always at the bottom of his class. Facing such a foolish student, most teachers thought he had no hope of becoming a talent. At this time, a chemistry teacher differed, believing that although Wallach's performance in literature, painting, and art was poor, he had a meticulous quality that is essential for doing well in chemistry experiments. Therefore, he suggested him to switch to chemistry. Both his parents and he accepted the advice of his chemistry teacher. This time, Wallach's intelligence was ignited, and it was still uncontrollable. His talent in chemistry was thoroughly unearthed. This irretrievable talent of literature and art suddenly became a promising genius in chemistry, far ahead of his classmates. Later on, it turned out that Wallach had achieved great success and was awarded the ultimate honor of the Nobel Prize in Chemistry in 1910. This story tells us that everyone has a unique advantage as long as we can find the direction to develop our potential. With reasonable and effective learning, we can achieve our rightful results. Later generations called this phenomenon the Wallach effect. Psychologist Gardner believes human intelligence is pluralistic. In addition to the two basic intelligences of language, logic, mathematical intelligence, there are 6 other kinds of intelligence. They are visual or spatial relationship intelligence, musical or rhythmic intelligence, physical movement intelligence, interpersonal communication intelligence, self-reflection intelligence, natural observer intelligence, and existential intelligence. These 8 types of intelligence exist in everyone to varying degrees, representing each person's different potentials, which can only be fully unearthed in the appropriate setting. Wallach possesses a unique blend of multiple intelligences. If judged by the traditional theory of intelligence, he would be considered a person with a low IQ, but utilizing Gardner's theory of multiple intelligences for analysis, he is not intellectually deficient. Rather, his 9 intellectual combinations are simply different from the norm. The chemistry teacher noticed this difference, creating a conducive environment for him to develop his potential in chemistry, thereby allowing his 9 intellectual combinations to fully develop. Everyone has different potentials, which can manifest unexpectedly. The challenge then is whether these are promptly recognized by oneself or others and continually explored. Otherwise, these flashes of potential may fade away like a shooting star. Therefore, timely discovery of these flashes is crucial, as is the ability to create conditions that allow for their maximum development once discovered. In both of these areas, Wallach was satisfied. Thus, he thrived, his unique potential rapidly evolving. If it wasn't for the chemistry teacher who noticed his spark, and without the strong support of his parents, then Wallach, the chemistry superstar, could easily have been just a fleeting shooting star. The Wallach effect explains that even if some areas of your current performance are mediocre or even unsatisfactory, there are no so-called inferior students among people. Everyone is unique, just having different degrees and combinations of multiple intelligences. A lot of evidence proves that a person can only succeed from their own strengths, not their weaknesses. We used to say, with enough effort, a rod of iron can be ground into a needle. We believe that as long as a person is willing to put in hard work, they will eventually reach their goals. In reality, even with a lot of effort, what you grind over the years at most becomes a rough needle, which isn't suitable for embroidery at all. In fact, society also needs rods of iron. If you were born to be an iron rod, you should do what iron rods are good at doing. Why waste time and money trying to turn yourself into a rough needle? Xiao Ming failed the university entrance exam because he performed poorly. However, he couldn't escape from the shadow of failure for a long time. He was listless all day and lost interest in studying and the future. One day, Xiao Ming's science teacher brought a blank piece of paper and a pen and asked him to reflect on his weaknesses. Unexpectedly, he simply drew a black dot on the blank paper. Xiao Ming held the pen and continued to draw on the paper for a long time. When he finished, the science teacher picked up the paper and asked what he saw. Xiaoming replied, "Black dots. They're all detestable shortcomings." The science teacher laughed and said, "Didn't you see the much larger blank spaces beyond the black dots?" Xiaoming thoughtfully nodded. The science teacher continued to ask, "When you write on this blank piece of paper, will you write in the blank space or on the black dots?" Xiaoming replied with some confusion, "Of course I'll write in the blank space." The science teacher meaningfully said to Xiaoming, "When you fill the page with words, the black dots might just be covered up. Even if they're not covered, what others see is only the content written on it, not the black dots." Just like Wallach, he had the potential to win the Nobel Prize in chemistry. When he realized that his path in literature and art would not work, he decisively gave up on them and chose chemistry instead. Chemistry was like the content on the paper. No one cared about Wallach's black spots or how bad his literature and art were. Thank you all for watching. This is the explanation and application of the Wallach effect that Hao Ye shared with you today. If you want to know how to tap into your potential and find your own expertise, please give Hao Ye a thumbs up and leave a comment saying, "Tap into potential." Subscribe to the Left Behind Hao Ye channel.